was a true story about a man who kept hearing a horrifying scream every night at exactly 4 a.m. until he saw what was making it. Hey everyone, I need to get this off my chest because I think I'm losing my mind, or something truly terrible is happening to me. 3 nights ago, I was woken up by a scream. Not your usual drunk shouting or a neighbor's argument. It was a blood-curdling, animalistic shriek filled with such pure, undiluted terror that the blood in my veins ran cold. It sounded exactly at 4 a.m., according to the clock on my nightstand. It lasted maybe 3 seconds and then cut off so abruptly. It was as if a knife had been put to the screamer's throat. I jumped up and ran to the window. The street was empty, not a soul, just the yellow glow of the streetlights and the rustle of leaves. I thought maybe I had imagined it. I told myself, a dream, a nightmare. I went back to bed, but couldn't fall asleep again. Last night, it happened again. Again, 4 o'clock a.m. The same scream, the same voice. Male, female? Hard to tell. It was just fear. I jumped to the window again. Still no one. But this time, I thought I saw something move in the shadows under the tree across the street. Something low and dark, like a person crouching, but the outlines were wrong. Tonight, I didn't sleep. I sat by the window with a mug of cold coffee and waited. The clock on my phone showed 3:59 a.m. My heart was pounding like crazy. The air in the room became thick and heavy. And then I heard not a scream, but another sound. A quiet, barely audible scraping on the asphalt, right under my first floor window. I froze, afraid to breathe. Through the blinds, I saw it. It was shaped like a person, but its movements were contorted, angular, like a spider's. Its long, bony limbs bent unnaturally. It was slowly crawling along the sidewalk, its head thrown back and its mouth wide open. And from that mouth poured that same scream, the same shriek of terror I'd heard for the past 2 nights. But this creature wasn't screaming from fear. It was emanating it. It was the source. It crawled down the street, and this sound erupted from it like radiation, infecting everything around with a wave of panic. It wasn't attacking. It was just broadcasting horror, like a siren announcing the end of the world, an apocalypse that had come for you alone. It crawled past my window, and its empty eye sockets paused on me for a second. The scream didn't stop. It vibrated in my bones, hammering a single impulse into my brain. Run, hide, die. And then it crawled on. The scream began to fade, dissolving into the night until it was completely gone. It's 4:12 a.m. now. I flinch at every little sound I hear from the street. I'm afraid to look out the window. But most of all, I'm afraid that in a few minutes, it will be 4:00 a.m. again, and I will hear that scream once more. But this time, much, much closer.